Hey, welcome to Five Lakes Garage, the home of random projects. We have lists, we have Jeeps, we have trucks, we have food. You name it, we got it. So help out the channel by just hitting that subscribe button. And if you like the video, go ahead and like it. And if you really like the video, like it and then tell a friend. But stay tuned, enjoy yourself. I'm gonna let you go because I got stuff to do. Hey, welcome back to Five Lakes Garage on a very stormy evening. This is going to be part 3 of this trailer, and please tell me I'm going to finish it in this video. Sorry about that, it's taking so long, but we want to make it right. As I'm tearing this thing down, I found a couple of issues that we had to address. Basically, I went through the entire thing, and every joint got ground down and re-welded. Some of them were cracked, some of them were just old, they're rusty. But now it's a whole lot better. But we're gonna even make it even better than that. So come take a look. I already did one side. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side, but I wanna show you what we did and why we did it. So come on over here. All right, so this is some of the things that we had to do. Every one of these joints have new weld on it. Every one of these ones on top got ground down to new welds. Even the main support beam down the center all got new welds. So that should be a little bit stronger. What we're going to do here for the suspension, I've already measured it out, and I've already welded these guys in. What I did was actually use some of the old brackets, cut them down, and actually boxed in the frame right where all the support brackets are going to be. So hopefully that will try to even out the weight. So I did it on the back, I did it in the front, and I did it in the middle. Now if you look at the if anybody was kind of wondering if that 110 welder was actually going to be able to do anything, take a look at this. Okay, so if you look in there, see all the different coloration? I'm pretty sure I got okay heat in there. Got an okay weld right there too. All right, so hopefully that should be able to hold. It's not it doesn't really need to hold that much, but if you weld all the way around it and put enough weld up there, it should be able to hold. We're gonna find out. So what's next for today? Well, I gotta do the same thing to the other side. I've already cut out all the old brackets. Just got to weld on to the new ones. I've already ground down the frame. It is a little bit rusty. That's going to be a later project. I'm going to go ahead and strip it all the way down and put some paint on it so it doesn't rust anymore. But I want to make sure that it actually works properly before I actually do that, just in case I got to change something. But I've already got some weld-through primer on every location that I need to weld, so we should be good there. Now for the main trunk. Now the main trunk here that hooks up to the back of the truck is actually a 4x4. Looks like maybe a 120 wall square tubing. So what we're going to do with that, it is welded on 2, 4, 6, 8 locations. Should be pretty strong. It does have 2 outriggers. That is also welded onto the frame. But we want more. Now we don't want to add too much in there because it's going to add weight. We don't want to add too much weight because I still want to take it with my Tacoma. And the Tacoma only has a 6,500 pound towing capacity. And even with that, it's going to be sketchy. We're going to do some upgrades on that to make sure that it will tow properly. Maybe some airbags. I do want to replace the rear leaf springs so that we can actually have a little bit more capacity. But, whoops, this is what we're going to do for the center section. Come on down. All right, so what we have here is some 120 wall DOM tubing. Now this is 1 3/4 inches. Or 1.75, whichever one you want to use. Depends on what country you're in. But anyway, so I have it at a 45 there and a 45 there. And what we're going to do is we're going to weld it from the main beam to the cross beam. And then I'm going to take this guy here, just because I had it laying around, and then we're going to put one on the back side. So once I put one on one side, one on the other side, we should be in good shape. And that should actually add a little bit of strength to something that's already pretty strong. So anyway, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, put some suspension on there, and then we're gonna flip this thing back over and actually put the wheels on. Once we put the wheels on, I'm probably gonna hook it up and just tow it around. See how she does. Hopefully the back doesn't fall off. We do have some brackets we need to weld on to the back, but we will address those here in a minute. So anyway, unfortunately my camera dude's got to go to bed because it is a school night, so you have to just deal with Captain Tripod. Alright, so basically everything is welded on. I got my braces on, I have my brackets on. All I have to do now is actually flip it over and I'm going to put a weld on the outside. I kind of like to weld down, not up. So I'm going to do all that for all the brackets and then we should be ready to go. And then we can put the axles and the suspension back up there. One other thing that we need to do before we flip it over is paint. Make sure anything that's bare, go ahead and paint it. It's already rusted, we don't want to rust anymore. I have some spray paint, just some black enamel. So we're gonna have a bunch of black splotches everywhere. It's gonna look like a Dalmatian, a rusty Dalmatian, but still a Dalmatian. So let's get the paint out and hit up all the spots that have bare metal. And then once that's done, I'm gonna get my hoist back out and we're gonna flip this thing back over and then put some suspension on because we're so close to the end. This will be the last video for this damn trailer. So anyway, let's get it done and you can see it right now. All right, before we flip it over, there is actually a couple things I kind of forgot. We do need to make some brackets for the back half just to make sure she doesn't break off. But I wanted to explain something real quick. All right, these are the center bracket hangers that I picked up from Northern Tool. I was on the other side of town and there's Agri Supply, same place I got the axles. Now, I picked this up from Agri Supply and that came from Northern Tool. And always be prepared. One is not going to be like the other. The one that I've already welded up here was higher than the other one by at least a ½ inch. And so I went out real quick over to Northern Tool, picked up another one of those for the other side. So now they match. So now I have an extra one. So I'm going to use that for later. So anyway, let's build some brackets and see how they work. All right, my gussets are all in. Just some basic angle iron, if you want to see it. Here. So, as you can see, there's angle iron is about 3 inches on the actual frame, and then the rest of it is actually on the dovetail itself. It is welded all the way around. Don't look at that weld because it is nasty. I had to do some filling in there, a little metallurgy. But yeah, there you go. Got one on that side as well. All right, that should be enough to actually keep this thing on, I'm hoping. But I think what we need to do now is just throw some quick paint on these and then flip it over. Let's do that right now, because I'm tired of seeing the bottom half of this thing. Now, once we get the axles on, I need to extend the wires for the brakes, which I kind of knew I had to do that anyway because we moved everything back about 1 foot. Actually about 15 inches, but hey, close enough. Anyway, let's get this thing flipped over and put some axles under it. I'm so excited, I almost have this thing done. Oh no, Mr. Bill, ran into a small problem, but that's okay, we can get around it. But here's my problem. That is not gonna work. Which is all right, because I kind of wanted to put the lights a little bit further back anyway, just so they can actually see it towards the back. Now, it doesn't have to be all the way to the end. By law, I think it's like 3 feet or 4 feet or something like that. I could probably look it up. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to move that back about 6 to 8 inches so I can put the rear tires on. Once the rear tires are on, we can start putting wood on the back. Now I got a little trick that I'm going to do to keep the wood in place. But first I got to make sure I got the wood. Yeah. Yes, it will be scrap pieces of wood. But we'll figure it out. I just need to take the light off, cut the bracket, re-weld it to the other side. Quick and easy. Let's go. Holy crap, this is one heck of a journey. Well, I got my boards up here. I thought I had more of these, but I don't. So this whole back half is gonna get reboarded. I might wait for the price of lumber to come down a little bit. I don't feel like spending $200 just to fill in 3 feet worth of space back here. But one day they will come down, but these are gonna be for temporary. I don't need much. I just got to get the Jeep up here. So tomorrow, as you can tell, it's dark. So tomorrow we're going to test it out and actually put the Jeep up here. Now the only thing we have left on this thing is actually wiring and wiring. That's pretty much it. Oh, I do have some chains I want to replace for the front just to beef it up a little bit. But that'll be a separate video. I might not even video that at all because it's kind of simple. You just kind of weld them onto the frame. I might bolt them and then weld them, but they'll be welded none the same. Anyway, long journey. So I do want to put some fenders on the sides. I wanted to put everything in together and actually find the ride height, find all this other stuff before I actually purchase the fenders themselves. They do have some pre-made ones that will fit. Some are small, some are big. I just want to make sure that my measurements are correct. But we are ready to go pretty much for this thing. So tomorrow, when it's daylight, I'm going to hook it to the back of the Tacoma, and we're going to drive the Jeep on this thing. I won't take it down the road yet because I still got to do the wiring of the brakes and stuff like that, but I wanted to save that for a separate video other than, you know, building a trailer. But hopefully you guys will be able to catch that one as well and be able to learn a little something on that. Now, here's something I need for you. This is what I need from you guys and girls. I need you to comment below. Did I do it right? Do I do it wrong? Should I change something? Tech tips, you know, anything. Hey, it's easy if you do it this way. Let me know. I type for a living. I don't do this crap. I just have a lot of hobbies, and I do watch a lot of shows and kind of cover a lot of bases. So if you have a different way, please let me know. Teach me as I'm teaching everybody else through this channel, because that's what this channel was created for, is to teach not only the people here, but maybe my grandkids. When I'm long gone, they'll be like, hey, Grandpa can show you that. Boom, here's a video. Anyway, stay tuned for tomorrow when we actually take this thing outside and finally put this thing to rest. The wiring is pretty simple. I can knock that out in a couple hours and show you how to actually wire the brakes. There's color code, there's gauge of wires. I got a 7-pin and a 4-pin that I want to wire on this thing because my little brother still plays around with the 4-pins. Hey, whatever. But anyway, everything else I have is 7-pin because I love trailer brakes. Anyway, stay tuned. See you tomorrow. Later. I'm going to go jump in the pool and take a bath. Alright, as you can tell, it fits. It is holding it up well. I still have plenty of suspension travel left on the trailer because this thing doesn't weigh much. It's only a CJ5. But yeah, holy crap, was this a mission and a process here. But it is up there. I believe I can actually tow it with the Tacoma. I'm going to test it out and do a test drive at another time because I still got to wire up the brakes and the tail lights. So you'll see that on another video. But it fits. It's up there. I don't need ramps. It's actually low enough to where I can just drive right up there. I might go ahead and get a different hitch for the Yoda just to raise it up a little bit, just to make it a little bit easier. But hey, it works. So thank you so much for actually carrying me through this progress, or this project rather. We're almost ready to be able to go down to Uwharrie. I might wait till it cools off just a little bit because it is hot as blazes here in North Carolina. But hey, check out all the other videos. Don't forget to subscribe. We do have progress. So anyway, hopefully this thing actually works out pretty well. I should be able to tow it with the Tacoma. And actually, if you guys can do me a favor, if you do own a 3rd gen Tacoma, what are some of the mods I might need to do to be able to tow with this thing reliably so I don't bottom out? I've heard people bagging it using airbags. I do plan on lifting it just a little bit. I think it's like a 3-inch lift, put some 285s on there. So they have a strong version of a strong release spring, so that should be able to help. But if there's anything else that I might need to do to it, please put it down in the comments. Let me know because then I can add it to my project list. It is a manual, so I don't have to worry about the transmission or anything like that, but everything else hey, let me know. Put it down in the comments. I'm very eager to hear from all of you. Also, anyway, but yeah, I'm excited, man. I finally get my garage back. I can clean it up. All right, so it's been about a week or so, and we are ready to actually go on a test drive. There was a couple things that we needed to get done prior to that I didn't really shoot any video on because I really wanted to get it done, and also I'm pretty sure you're getting tired of watching this stupid thing. Anyway, a couple of things that we actually did was I did wire part of it. I got rid of a lot of the splices, put in some new wire, I put in a new plug, you know, that type of stuff. But in the future, I'm going to do a complete rewire and actually do it correctly. Not that I didn't do it correctly, it's more of a mediocre style rather than professional. I'm not professional, so don't expect a professional job. But we do want to make it a lot better than what it is now. We're going to put some junction blocks in. We need to put some lights on. But I also put some, welded in some tie down points in the rear, because of course I had to cut them off to be actually put the dovetail on. But check out the weld job. Not bad, not bad. It should hold. All right, while I was strapping this thing down a little bit earlier, I did notice a couple things that we're gonna have to change in the future. One would be my tie down points. All right, as you can see, the two in the front, they're outboard a little too much. I'll probably put them just on the inside of the brackets here for my fence, only because it's rubbing against the tire. Long term, I don't want it to rub against the tire. One thing I could do is actually take the straps and put it on the inside, but then that causes some other issues. So I think I'm just gonna grab a couple extra of these and actually weld them on a little bit more inboard so that it will not be rubbing against the tire. All right, I think that's enough talking for right now. Let's go ahead and get in the truck. We're gonna take it around the block a little bit and get it at the speed and see how she tows. And then come back and recheck on my welds just to make sure that they didn't crack or they're weak. Anyway, let's get in the truck. All right, here we go. Good old Toyota. Let's lock the seatbelt for no reason. All right, so I do have the upgraded tune on the Tacoma here. It is from OV Tune, just so we can actually get a little bit more of that bottom end power. But I did do the did look it up, and a stock CJ5 from 1980 is about 2,600 pounds. The trailer, I'm guessing, I'll weigh it eventually, but maybe the trailer is about 1,000 pounds, so it's not bad. That's why I wanted to go with the small one. And the yeah, so you only got maybe 4,000 pounds worth of stuff behind you and really for a Tacoma, it's not that bad. I do have the brake controller on there on this thing, and it works fantastically. It does stop you when you need to stop, especially in an emergency situation. So anyway, so let's see how she does. Going down a hill. Brake, brake. Not bad, not bad. Sweet. You know, this thing's not doing too bad, I have to say. Not bad. That was a pretty good sized bump. That's the reason why I went this way. There was a lot of bounce to the Tacoma, but hey, it's only a quarter-ton truck. That's what you're gonna get. You just gotta know before you go. But it wasn't that bad. I usually have issues with things. I don't have issues with this so far. I think we are ready to go to Uwharrie. Or maybe even put some lockers in the Jeep and then go to Uwharrie. Uphill, 6,000. All right, we're at 40. No swing, no nothing. All right, can't get too fast. Speed limit's only 35. All right, I would have to say having a shorter trailer is fantastic, and also having the turning radius of a Tacoma is fantastic when you're trying to tow this thing, and also backing up and that type of stuff. Nothing against Eric's trailer, but it's huge. I don't need it for a 3,000 pound Jeep. But when I tell the other stuff, yes, Eric, I'll be coming to talk to you, buddy. Anyway, towing, fantastic. It seems to be in pretty good shape. So I'm gonna put some fenders on it. I'm gonna go ahead and put some different tie down areas, just give me more options. But I think it went well. Tacoma did pretty well. I was kind of surprised. But anyway, check out all the other stuff. Enjoy yourself. Comment down below if you wanted to see something else. I'll say, you know, hey, put it down there if I'm crazy. But anyway, take it easy, have fun, get out there and wheel. Just get out there. Don't sit inside the house like my camera crew watching, I don't know, Captain Underpants. Anyway, take it easy, have fun. Catch you later.